Continuing my series on the FBI's top 10 most wanted list. This is a 3-minute video because you guys really hate the 4-part series apparently. Today we are discussing Arnoldo Jimenez. On May 11th, 2012, Jimenez married his girlfriend Esther Carrera in a courtroom in Chicago. The couple had 2 children, one from her previous marriage or relationship, and one with Jimenez, 9 years old and 2 years old. According to family members, it was a pretty impromptu wedding. Not a lot of people in Carrera's family knew about it, but that's her business. She just didn't tell a lot of people. After the wedding, they had dinner with friends and family and then went to a nightclub. They left that nightclub at around 4 a.m. What happens after this is purely speculation based on some evidence, but investigators are trying to paint a picture. It seems the couple got into a pretty heated argument, and it seems that they were in Jimenez's Maserati, and he fatally stabbed her and then dragged her into their house. After her family had not heard from her, they alerted the police, which is when they found her in their bathtub and she was still wearing the silver dress that she wore to her wedding reception. There were no signs of forced entry, and Jimenez was listed as a suspect almost immediately. Jimenez had completely vanished along with his car. They were able to kind of track him based on some calls that he made. He was in Chicago, then Southern Illinois, then Tennessee, Arkansas, Kansas. He was definitely heading towards the border. On May 13th, when they did locate Carrera, her sister said that she received a very haunting and terrible phone call from one of Jimenez's relatives. Apparently after the incident, Jimenez called his sister, and his sister was the one who reported this back to the family. But according to the sister, Jimenez did admit to it, kind of. He told her that they got into an argument and he left his bride bleeding. Later that same year in September, Jimenez's brother was arrested on drug charges, and while they were searching his property, they actually found the Maserati. Inside, they were able to find some of Carrera's blood. And this is how investigators were able to kind of paint this picture that they got into an argument in the car, and then he dragged her inside. It's more than likely that he is hiding in Mexico right now. He's looking at first-degree murder charges in Cook County and federal charges of unlawful flight to avoid prosecution. Similarly to Robert William Fisher that I mentioned before, there is a $100,000 reward for his arrest.